In honor of the third book in the Legendborn Cycle series coming out today, I'm going to be doing a complete read-through of the series so far. I'm very excited. I don't know anything about it. I know it's a YA fantasy series and it follows a girl named Brie, who I believe she went through some traumatic things and she ends up in a school and magical things start to happen. So yeah, I'm going in completely blind. And I will be reading it on my Kindle. I don't have the physical book of it, just because I have a very strict rule with myself not to buy the physical book of, like, stories that I don't know that I'll love. So I've just sat and read up until part 2 of the first book and I am loving it so much so far. It's just so well done and like the world building is really good. Like usually in these really popular sort of fantasy books, the world building's just not there. Like I just feel like I'm not grasping like what's happening and I feel kind of dumb when I'm reading fantasy books sometimes. But this is just like chef's kiss. So learning about the Legendborn and the hierarchy of the Round Table and the Shadowborn, I think they're called, and the gates and meeting all these people, and we're just like unsure whether they're good or bad characters and what they know and what they don't and what they're not letting on and all the context, and it's just such a big mystery and I'm hooked. If I look cozy, it's because I absolutely am. There's been a storm happening for like the last 3 days and there's just been constant rain and it's Sunday and it's the perfect vibe for right now. I just smashed out like 5 chapters because I can't stop. It's too cozy. So I'm just under the halfway mark. I think I'm up to about chapter 25. I have to say this is the best series that I've read in a very long time. Like I haven't been this obsessed with a book or a series since like Shadow and Bone, which was a very, very long time ago. When I am not reading it, I am literally just thinking about when I can read it next. There's been a very distinct choice by Brie to enter this big and unknown world that she isn't very welcome in. She's been very focused on sort of her sole mission up until very, very recently, but that is kind of beginning to shift. Like she's starting to think about others and think about the potential harm that she's causing in chasing what she's chasing, which I don't know how much I want to say because I don't want to give spoilers, but it's about her mother and things that her mother was potentially involved in. She's been sort of hyper focused on trying to get to the bottom of that, but along the way she's kind of realizing that what she's doing is putting other people in danger or making them do things that they don't necessarily want to do. She's starting to really question that more, and we're beginning to see her sort of change her motivations a little bit, potentially. And it's also very good to see her like interacting with a few of the characters. And there's a bit of a romance happening, and it's very cute. I'm rooting for it all the way. I love it. What is happening? The order is becoming kind of freaky. There's a demon in our midst and I'm kind of liking Cell right now. You would have seen I finished Legendborn last night. It was so good. From about 80% onwards, I literally just could not put it down. it was just a blur of just like, oh my god, I was gagged. The ending, I was gagged. Then I began Bloodmarked this morning, and I decided sort of enough is enough. I need to go to the store. So you can see my haul here. I went to the store and I picked up, they didn't actually have Oathbound, which I was very disappointed about, but I got the first two and I'm so excited. And I will definitely be going and picking up Oathbound when that comes out. And then just for a quick haul, I also got these two. Got the Rebel Witch, which this is one of my most anticipated reads of this year. I read The Crimson Moth and I literally got into like this witch genre, just like obsession. Like I couldn't stop reading about witches. So hence the spell shot. I'm very excited for this one too. I've heard nothing but great things. But as for Bloodmarked, I'm about 15 chapters in and so far it's been a bit of a fever dream. So much has happened and Bree is just so much more important than she or anyone else realized. She's not like one of those characters that just everything's easy and she's like, oh, I'm important and therefore boom. Like she's still learning things and learning how to wield things and she still has a lot of weaknesses. I have honestly no updates, just the fact that it's been very intense and I can't stop. It is now Sunday afternoon. I have a bit of uninterrupted reading time. I fully intend on smashing out the rest of this book, not because I'm hating it and forcing myself to at all, but because I literally cannot put it down. I got up to chapter 41 last night, which was a little over halfway, I think. So let's make some tea and get very comfy and finish it, hopefully. I'm literally only 2 chapters in from when I last updated you, and I am in my feelings. I am in love with Selwyn, first of all. Let's not ever forget that. But also the way Bree just like completely just oversees her value to everyone is so frustrating. It's so frustrating. I think we're gonna have a very emotional, however much this is. I feel like tears are in my future. So I've been reading Oathbound for the last couple of days now. As for Bloodmarked, again, 80% onwards, Tracy Deonn is the queen of third act drama. I could not put it down. I was just obsessed and the ending had me shook. It was a bit of a cliffhanger. If I had to wait a year after reading that book, I would have been unwell. As I said, I've been reading it for the past couple of days and it's already so different. It's in a completely new setting. Tracy does not like her characters to be comfortable or have peace ever. It's also multi-POV, which I wasn't sure I was loving at first, but it is growing on me. I'm enjoying seeing unbreified events. I've just gotten up to a very interesting POV that it's from a character that we've like heard about, but we haven't really heard about. Does that make sense? And we're getting a new image of Sel right now, and I'm eating it up. So I'm about halfway through and I am so tired right now. Like usually the halfway point of a book is like the slog part. Like that's, if you're gonna get bored of a book, that's the part where you're gonna get bored. But every single new chapter is just like huge. Like, not in content, because they're quite short chapters, and there's not a single POV that I get to that I'm disappointed about getting to, which is interesting because usually I'm not a fan of multi POVs, but I'm liking this one. I've just finished work, and I don't know if you can see that, but there is literally probably like 30 pages left. This book has been taunting me. I've had to work. I've had to work the whole day with this book staring at me. I'm probably being optimistic. That's not 30 pages. There's a lot of death can happen in these pages. So I'm gonna cozy up for a wild ride, I'm guessing, because it always is. I have a comfort plushie, I have my comfort headphones, and I have a weighted blank. Just a weighted blank. And I'm gonna smash this out and probably cry multiple times, but we'll see. I'm up to chapter 53. I'm obsessed with every single character. The story is immaculate. This just might be my new favorite series of all time. Just saying. And I never saw it coming. I never would have guessed. Honestly, read the freaking first chapter and I was just, it had its teeth in me. But I've been dreading it because I'm gonna miss these characters. I'm gonna miss them so much. I've grown to really love them all. And it's kind of scaring me that one of them, my favorite, has not been in this book very much. We're basically getting every single point of view except for his, and that is frightening me quite a bit. So I'm scared. I'm very scared. I thought I'd do my sort of final thoughts. Legendborn Cycles. What can I say? This series has become my favorite fantasy series. If you've never heard about it and you're looking for a series that will just completely consume you, please let it be this one. If you have heard about it and you've just been putting it off, why? The whole series deals with grief, has all these complex and just flawed characters that I love all of them. And they're young, they're making rash decisions, they're doing their best, but they're also fighting this like old society, which like the realities of just racial discrimination within that are just insane. These people have like this huge systematic power. They're politicians, they're ambulance drivers, they're police officers. They have this control over how society works, and just the magic system is just it's dangerous. There's consequences to it. Throughout the entire series, just everything just made sense. Like there are a couple times in all three books where something was happening, or you know, a chapter went on a little bit too long, or an arc went on a bit too long, and I sort of like raised my eyebrow a little bit, but it just made sense. Like when it got further on, I was like, oh yeah, that's why she was doing that. Like everything just makes sense. It also just didn't feel like YA. Like it did, but it didn't. Like when I went to pick up Oathbound, I was trying to find it in like the general fiction area, and I remembered that it was YA, so I went to the YA area and I had to walk past like Aragon to get it, and it just didn't feel right. It deals with just like such heavy topics that I just kept forgetting that it was a YA book. But yeah, I absolutely loved it. Yeah, I recommend reading it if you haven't. And if you will not read it but just watch this video, thank you. I appreciate you.